Hey my loves, what's up? For those of you that don't know me, my name is Crissanna, and if you're new here, then welcome, and if you're an oldie, welcome back. So guys, in today's video, I have an exciting one. I'm going to be testing out some new stuff by Juvia's Place, and this is the first time that I'm ever trying their products. So I got the bronzer duo palette. I got mine in the shade medium. That's what that looks like. And then I also got their new eyeshadow palette. This is the blushed rose palette. You guys, look at that. It's absolutely freaking stunning. So this is claimed to be a drugstore product. It is sold at Ulta. I personally wouldn't consider it drugstore because it isn't as affordable as drugstore makeup. I mean, it's cheaper than like super high-end, but it's not super affordable either. But you guys, I had so much fun playing around with this stuff. And you guys, I'm absolutely in love. So I created this eye look today, and I also used the bronzer in the video. So if you guys want to see exactly how I created this eye look and my final thoughts on these palettes, go ahead and keep on watching. So the two things I got were the Juvia's Place bronzer. This is in the shade medium. So this is like a bronzer duo. And I'm really excited to try this out. Here's what it looks like. And this was $18. So it does have a really long rectangular mirror. And then here are the two shades. So they also had like a fair shade in this. And then they also had like 3 darker shades as well. So I think that's really nice to come out with 5 different palettes with 2 shades in each. The second thing I got to try out from them is the blushed rose eyeshadow palette. You guys, look how beautiful this is. This retails for $14. I'm really, really excited about the shimmer shades. They also had a bronze palette in this as well. But if I end up liking this one, I might go back for the bronze one as well. So I don't have any bronzer on my face right now. So let's go ahead and with the bronzer palette first. I'm going to take this nice fluffy brush from Profusion. So these both kind of look warmer toned. I mean, I guess this could be more of like a contour. But this is more of like a yellow undertone. And then this is more of like a orangey reddish undertone. So let's first take this bottom shade right here. And I'm just going to start bronzing up the cheeks and also around my forehead. But I love this mirror. This is like a really cool mirror. Usually they're just like little square mirrors. But I like that this one is like big and rectangular. So far the pigment seems okay. And it is building up really nicely. So I'm going to continue to use that bottom shade and go right up around the forehead. So I wouldn't say this is like one swipe pigmented. I do think that 2 to 3 swipes is good. And then you can also build it up. But yeah, I don't think either one of these is a contour shade. I think they're definitely both for bronzing up the skin. So now I'm going to take a little bit of the top shade. And I'm literally just going to kind of swoop this right under the last shade. Or just maybe right over top, I guess. Really bronzy, and I actually really like it. Yeah, guys, on this, so far so good. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm gonna wear it throughout the video, and then I'll kind of give you guys my rating at the very end. So for blush, I'm gonna take the Milani and Luminoso. Such a beautiful classic cult favorite blush. You can get it right on Amazon for like $6. I feel like it's such a nice peachy pink blush that goes with like any look. So for highlight, I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. times Retro Paradise. I'm going to take this shade right here. I've really been loving this highlighting palette. I feel like it's really like soft, but you could also like build it up as well. I mean, if you use that Milani Baked Luminoso blush, you really don't have to have highlighter because it does have like a lot of shimmer in it. But for me, I'm extra. I still like to use highlighter. And to put highlighter on my nose, I always use a small pencil brush just so I can get it right here at like the tip. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and jump in with this eyeshadow palette. I'm going to go off camera, prime my lids, and I'll be right back. All right, let's go ahead and jump in with this eyeshadow palette. And again, you guys, this palette is absolutely beautiful. It does not come with a mirror, which I would have loved to see a mirror in it. But again, retails $14. There is 6 shades. The shades are decent sized, but again, I wouldn't call this drugstore because you're only getting 6 shades, $14. I think that's a little bit pricier for drugstore products. Actually is no names on these shadows either. They just really go by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm guessing the deepest one is number 6. So I'm going to take number 6. So it is like, my camera focusing. It is like a kind of plummy reddish shade. And I'm going to take this JH40 brush. It is a like small pencil brush. It's really, really nice to like get into the crease. I've heard Juvia's Place's eyeshadow palettes are like phenomenal. So I'm going to start carving out my crease. Oh yeah, that's some like good pigment already. I would definitely say this is definitely more like reddish burgundy than it looked like, you know, pinkish. Bringing that right along over here to the outer V, just kind of looping it right around just like that. Just going to go back in and make sure that is as deep as it can get. So with no extra product on that same brush, I'm just lightly going to start blending this upward so we can get a nice blend going before we go back in with the lighter shades. I mean, you guys can definitely tell the difference. This is with it blended out. This is without. So now that we got that nice and blended, I'm going to go in with a different shade now. So I'm going to take this Morphe M456 brush. So it is a blending brush, but it's like flat. It is dirty, don't mind. I'm going to take this shade right here. So this would be, I guess, number 1. And I'm just going to use this to go right above that deepest shade. Oh yeah, these are really pigmented shades and they're really, really nice. So I'm just going to get right into that crease and make sure that deep shade is nice and blended into the lighter shade. So I kind of see like a really weird line right here. And of course there is going to be a line because it is my crease. So we will go back in with the deeper shade just to kind of fix that. So I started out looking worse, but I think now it's looking a little bit better, honestly. Yeah, so I'm liking this eye. I want to get this eye to look like this eye. So I'm going to go ahead, go back in with that deeper shade again. I'm just going to bring that up just a little bit higher this time. So here's what it's looking like, you guys. The blend and everything is just amazing. The colors blended so well together and they are so pigmented. Like, as of right now, I'm highly impressed. I'm really excited to see how these shimmers are going to perform though. Now there's 2 shimmers. There's number 2 and number 4. So number 2 is more of like a orangey tone. And then this is more of like a rose gold type of shade. What the orange looks like swatched. And then let me go ahead and swatch the rose gold one. I think I want to do the rose gold one. That one just looks a lot prettier. Yeah. Let's go ahead and in with that rose gold one. So I'm going to go ahead and take a flat brush. This is the Morphe M124 brush. So I'm going to start applying this. So I am getting tons of fallout, which is always to be expected. It is a shimmer shade. I'm going to lightly take my setting brush and just kind of lightly dust that fallout away. So I'm going to go ahead and get my brush wet with some setting spray. This is the Wet n Wild Time SpongeBob. So this is going to give it more of like a metallic foiled look, which I don't always enjoy, but if it helps the shimmer last and helps it apply better, I will do it. Which, yeah, that made like a huge difference. So I'm going to take a little bit of the orange shade, which would be number 2. I just want to pop a little bit of this right here toward the outer corner, just to kind of see how that looks. That's a really, really pretty shade, you guys. I'm so impressed with these palettes so far. So I'm going back in with the deepest shade. I'm putting some more of that right here in the outer V. And you guys, I think that is it for the top so far. So I'm going to go ahead and get my false lashes on and then I'll be right back. So here is what the eye look is looking like with the lashes on. And can I just say I'm absolutely loving this. I think this eye look is absolutely gorgeous. And so far with the palettes and the bronzer, I am incredibly impressed. Let's go back into the palette and do something for the bottom waterline. So there isn't really a shade in here to highlight my inner corner. So I'm just going to use the highlighter that we used earlier in the video. So I'm going to take this brush by Morphe. This is a super flat, kind of like smudger brush, but it's very skinny. And I'm going to go back into that number 6 deep shade. And I'm going to try to keep this as close to the lower lash line as I can. Which with this brush, you guys, it is incredibly easy. It is the Morphe M508 brush. I think I got this in the James Charles set. Okay, now I'm actually going to take this number 5 shade, so it is a light pink. I'm going back in with that JH brush we used earlier, the smaller blending one. I'm just going to use that to smoke out the deeper shade. So for lipstick, I'm going to use one of these from the Elf Times Jen Atkins Extra Lip Kit. So I'm going to take the Self-Made Pink one. So this is a brand new set, but I got it on Ulta on sale. And then I also have this new NYX, this is Milky Gloss, and this is in the shade Milk It Pink. So I'm first going to take the Elf Times Jen Atkins one. I'm going to use the lip liner, and I'm also going to use the lipstick. And then we're going to go over it with the NYX Gloss. So then going in with the lipstick side, it definitely looks a little more like peachy brown versus pink. I love that. It's not like super bright pink. It's more of like a dollar pink, but it is really pretty. So it is definitely matte on lips, which could be a really good thing because it's not going to kind of budge throughout the day. I mean, it isn't transfer proof, so yes, it is going to transfer, but it's going to last like a little bit. So I'm going to go in with the NYX Milky Gloss in the shade Milk It Pink. Guys, this feels really nice. I think this feels better than their butter gloss. This feels really nice. All right, guys, so there is the finished look. I'm going to give you all a close-up, and then I'm going to talk about these palettes. So guys, final thoughts on the Juvia's Place Bronzer Duo. Guys, I would give this 10 out of 10 stars. I think this is absolutely amazing, and I think it's super genius to give 2 bronzer shades. I would have kind of loved to see like a contour shade, but both the shades seem to perform really well. So yeah, 10 out of 10 stars for this. I definitely would recommend 100%. And like I said, again, they have like 5 or 6 different shades, so everybody can find like their perfect shade for it. For the Blush Rose palette, you guys, also would give this 10 out of 10 stars. I think it performed really, really well. Even though I had to get the shimmers wet, like I really didn't have to, but to make them stand out, I did. But they performed really well. Now, if you use your finger, it's going to be just like wetting a brush. It's going to give you that compacted, shimmery look. I don't like to use my fingers personally, but yeah, I would give this 10 out of 10 stars. I thought this was absolutely beautiful, you guys. I might just go ahead and pick up the bronze one just because this one was so freaking good. I would definitely recommend this as well. Honestly, guys, I would recommend both. I think they both performed really, really well. If you guys ended up liking this video, please be sure to give it a big old thumbs up and please subscribe if you haven't already. If there's anything at all you guys want to see next, please let me know. And yeah, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.